And Lee Kiwei is a chopper. He's going to leave the table. He's going to be chopping. He likes to put his offense in directly off the serve. You'll see as he stomps when he's serving, he's hoping for a weak return. He might attack then, but otherwise he's going to go back, fish on the forehand, chop on the backhand, and just hope for a mistake. But Zhang just drills one right down the middle of the table. He's going to have all the time he wants to pick his shots.
If you've got an aggressive player who minimizes the unforced errors, playing a chopper is going to suit you well. The other thing that Lee Kiwei can do is use the variety of different spins to completely throw you off.
That is the way the offensive mindset of a defender is: change the spin, mix it up, force the error. The challenge is Zhang is going to be playing the biggest shots he can, especially when Lee Kiwei is close to the table, not giving enough time to react, set back, get back in position. Once he's back, he's going to be okay. But it's that when he's close to the table is when Zhang is going to take his biggest swings.
Took a big swing down the line after it was backspin ball after backspin ball sent back on that backhand side from Lee Kiwei.
And Lee Kiwei already going to the backhand serve. That's just to give a better viewpoint of the entire table, knowing that Zhang is going to play the strongest shot possible on each and every ball.
Because the roster has a couple of players that aren't here this week for the Revolution, including their 2 draft picks in Cheng Jinsha and Cho Sung-min, that has forced the Revolution to pick up Lee Kiwei as a free agent. He's not even on the website, his name picture on the roster. He's so new.
Right, and again, this is the matchup that Eric Owens, head coach of Chicago, wanted. Zhang, big power player, and playing against somebody like Lee Kiwei, he's going to get to swing.
Zhang yesterday only doubles for him and was swept. Teamed up with Manu Lebison, and they dropped all 3 games that they played.
And again, Zhang just winning the battle of the spin. Every opportunity, loading up the forehand topspin, really giving Lee Kiwei nothing to work with. Generally, he would just chop the balls back, but they're so heavy.
1-8.
This is not going Lee Kiwei's way. 9-1, Zhang. A rare sighting as he breaks out the topspin.
And you could see on that last forehand loop that Zhang did, he actually followed through behind his head as he was really lifting up the heavy underspin. Right now, everything looking good for Chicago to even up this match.
Bunch of game points for the Wind, and it's Zhang who needs only 1. Quickly moving through the first game with ease, prowess, tactical savviness, and it's 5 points apiece after 1 game of free singles. As you can on your phone, share with your friends. Although most of the highlight-like videos of that first game, courtesy of Zhang.
Yeah, no, he's definitely showing, almost giving a clinic here with his ability to just spin, take some pace off the ball, and then rip it the next one.
Uncorking with the forehand is Zhang. Sometimes it's unfettered power, unmitigated, but when it finds the court, it is fantastic.
Nice topspin serve there by Lee Kiwei, mixing it up. He's going to need a lot more of those quality serves. Wow, what a chop there.
A frenzy of forehands, working them in different targets on the court, handling the chopper and pecking away at the defense.
And Lee Kiwei has to take those risks. He has to step around the occasional serve and not just cut it back, giving an underspin chop, allowing Sean his will. Step around, make an attack, keep Sean honest. Much smarter move for the Revolution.
Zhang serving 3-2. Unbelievable work, steadiness, self-assuredness, and forehands that were hit all over the court. Change of pace, speed things up.
Lee Kiwei feeling much more comfortable going from defense to offense and moving it around. These type of points will wear Sean Zhang down because you just have to take such big swings so many times to get the ball over the net. Now you'll begin to see it. Sean Zhang will just tell himself, calm down, take it easy, because as these points go longer and longer, it's just going to start to be taxing on his arm.
What do you make of the forehands? He's hitting a lot of them change of pace, a slower ball down the line, although there was all sorts of speed there with those two rockets from the back, picking on those corners and wrapping up his 5th point of the game.
Yeah, and what Sean's doing is, because he's loading up that first ball, when it comes back, he has no option other than to take some pace off of it because it has all of his own spin on the ball. But right now, this is the type of opponent that Sean Zhang would love to play every MLTT match against. He has more time, he can read the spin, and he can just tee off on weak balls.
That ball going right up the middle. It handcuffed Lee Kiwei. Shovels it off the court. It's just the change of speed that is throwing off Lee Kiwei. It's not always power, pace-filled all the time for Zhang.
And you could see the amount of spin when Lee Kiwei can return it. It is just loaded. Sean Zhang both hands up in the air as he tries to keep the top spin on the ball. And there's some offense.
3 forehands, and he goes right into that corner to show off that offense.
Yeah, with Lee Kiwei's height, jamming it close to his body is really going to force him to move even further and further to the left in order to keep those forehands coming. But he's making a late surge here in game 2.
Eight 8-5 Zhang, 3 points away from a 2-game lead. Some nasty spin that was uncorked there off the Zhang racket.
And he served it perfectly right into where Lee Kiwei thought he could get his forehand, but the ball jumped due to the side spin more into the center of the table. Now it's been all Sean Zhang, just really taking his time, winning points now off the backhand side.
As his sight set on multiple game points, Zhang needs only 1. He's given up only 7 points over 2 games. Sean Zhang, his first singles match of the year, taking matters into his own hands against the free agent pickup from the Revolution. Kiwei.
And you can see Sean Zhang just drilling it down the tee, the center of the table. Very difficult for a tall player like Lee Kiwei to get the body out of the position. He'd like to play it off the wings, and there's a nice shot out to the forehand. Sean's just firing right now, completely on all cylinders.
Another example of going through the middle of the court and catching Lee Kiwei off guard, off the court, off a look down the parallel. 2-1 Zhang.
That's just brutal. Quality serve. Lee Kiwei unable to really get through the ball. Got on the bottom of it. It popped up. Like to have a speed gun on that one.
A medley of pushes and top spins. It's the shot tolerance, the patience from Zhang that gives him the upper hand in that longer exchange.
And now Zhang going on the defense more from a topspin perspective, but that's what Lee Kiwei has to do. He has to get some forehands going, because right now Sean Zhang is having no difficulty reading the amount of spin off the chops on both the forehand and backhand sides of Lee Kiwei.
What he is doing, although Zhang missed there, the same ball is not coming back into that same location one after another. He is moving the ball around with every one of his returns.
Really doing a nice job working the point. And again, being patient and waiting for those opportunities like you saw right there when Lee Kiwei is close to the table to give the biggest shots. When he's off the table, there's enough time for him to adjust, to react. But when he's close to the table, that's where he's most vulnerable to strong attacks, especially to the middle and to the wide angle on the forehand side.
Gets the air, coerces Lee Kiwei into the air, using the wide angle off the forehand side.
3-6.
That is disappointing, to say the least. An error off the serve.
7-3.
0 for 2 with those service points for Lee Kiwei, 2 that he desperately needed.
Must have points, and now Sean Zhang with the serve. He's going to get a chance to get into a third ball attack, but now he's on the defense himself. Tries a little snap that backhand in. Not going to be successful, and Lee Kiwei still within striking range.
I don't know, but once or twice, all the first game we saw Lee Kiwei go topspin. He's done a lot more of that since the second game. As Zhang goes big time heaviness with the topspin as he rifles one down the sideline.
It's going to be very interesting, Brian, to see how they potentially use Lee Kiwei in the golden game. Or do they possibly put another person in? Coaches have a number of options going into that final golden game. I can tell you that Coach Eric Owens would love to see this matchup occur again. Sean Zhang playing so well. Look at that forehand. That's just blistering the ball.
A fiery forehand puts Zhang up 8-5.
Wet spot on the paddle. Saw the umpire signal to the shot clock. Reset, correct call, as there was a water spot. You don't want to have the players playing with any type of liquid or water on their paddle. Ball will just go right into the net if they do hit it.
10-5.
Playing with the depths of the court, topspin deep, then bringing the Forehand in half long off the push for Zhang. Game points. His forehand could do no wrong today, and Zhang wins 3 games. A sweep, putting the Chicago Wind in front, furthering their lead. Sean with an absolutely stunning display against Lee Kiwei, and he joins Tiana Cohen now on court.